Hey there! So today I'm bringing you the review of the Wuben G2, that's a keychain flashlight, and it was sent to me by Flashlight Brand, that is a flashlight store with no other compensation than keeping the flashlight and accessories for myself. If you want to visit them on Instagram or on their website, just check these links and benefit from a 10% off. I will also include in the description the link for the Wuben G2 on their website. So this is the package. On the front it has some information that is related to the amount of lumens, the type of LED, the type of charging, and also the battery. And in the back it has, well, codes. Not much more than that. So let's open the package and see what it brings inside. First of all, the Wuben G2 flashlight, a USB-C cable, and this is the pocket clip, and this is the user manual. Let's put this aside. So it's a small keychain flashlight. First of all, I'll put this on this side. It's a small keychain flashlight. This is the part that you will attach to the keychain. On the back side you have the serial number, and on the top you will have the switch and also the USB-C ports. And on the sides these are grooves for the pocket clip. So let's install the pocket clip here. It makes these clicks. Well, it's secure right now. This is how it looks. Just put this aside here. This is how it looks, and it provides some, well, good retention. It's probably not the best in the world because this is a plastic clip, not a metal clip, but it's enough for you to carry the flashlights on a shirt, on a shirt pockets, on the jeans pockets, and eventually to put it in a cap or on a backpack pointing towards the front. And well, it does its job, but it's of course not the most strong pocket clip you will find, or the strongest pocket clip you will find. Also, in this part below you have this that is removable. You have to align it. I always struggle to do this, and then twist it a little bit so that it aligns. So also here on the tail it is magnetic. This is my back scratcher. Hi there. And well, you can see that it doesn't go off very easily. So this is a flashlight that you can not only use as a keychain flashlight, but also as a small work light if you need it for some reason. And I guess it's a very big plus on this flashlight. It's and also comparing it with other flashlights, similar flashlights, this is a plus. Of course, you can ask why the magnet here, why a not removable magnet if this is going to be on my pockets. Well, everything has ups and downs, but for me this is a plus, the magnet on the flashlight here. Besides going to the operation and the charging button, let's just check this USB-C cable, a very small one, but it is handy if you don't want to use a big one. But well, I will now use my big one just to let you know how to charge the flashlight. So when you plug the cable in, this small indicator LED will be red because it is charging, and when it is fully charged it will be blue, and then you will know that the flashlight is charged. And pretty much that's it concerning this. Of course, here on the user manual we will see the levels of battery, when to charge and when it is full or when it is not going to handle much more use. Concerning the LED, as we've seen on the box, it is an Osram P9 LED. It is a cool white emitter, and well, I haven't tried to take these screws off here on the tail, but well, I guess there is no easy way to access the flashlight components to replace it. Eventually, it is probably one of those that is soldered into the circuit board, so not a specific MCPCB or a PCB for that. In any case, I can tell you that this is not an high CRI LED, but the beam that it generates, it's not unpleasant at all. I will try to put it in a white paper. I know that I have these lights here lit up. Let's turn them off. So this is from above. This is from above. This is a very wide beam. This is what we could say that's the hot spot. Now it is larger, but it's not completely defined. In a more longer range, you will not distinguish it. It's not a thrower, it's a floodier. Also, you can see here the pattern. You can see that the lights from the flashlight goes in a very wide angle, which is good if you don't want to have a focused beam, but you still need some centered part. You can see here, I believe, some rings. These can be seen outside the camera perspective. You can see some things here because, well, it's related to the type of lens. That is a Fresnel lens. Wuben and also other brands have used it more recently, like Phoenix, and Wuben is also betting on it in several flashlights and headlamps because it provides a wide beam. Talking about the user interface, you can press the flashlight for on and click for off. Just like this. Press a little bit for on and click for off. When you are on, you press and hold to advance in the modes. Right now we are on the supposed moonlight that is supposed to be, and we can now check the user manual that we will see more carefully in a while. So this is supposedly the moonlight that is eventually 1 lumen. I would say that it's more than that. By comparing it with other flashlights that are rated and are more accurate in this, I guess it is above 1 lumen for sure. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I cannot measure it exactly, but it's definitely a higher level. So right now here we are on Moonlight, and just click and hold to advance Moonlight, low, medium, high, Moonlight, low, medium, high, and then the turbo is a double click from on or from off, and we will see it in a second. So Moonlight, low, medium, high, Moonlight, low, medium, high. In any case, if you want to shut it off, just do one click, single click, and then for turbo, 1, 2, and click for off. And if you are on in the regular modes on these 4, you can also double click, and if you click, it will go off. There are no blinkings, no strobes, which is very good because this is a keychain flashlight, eventually a small work light, so no need for blinky modes. At least that's my perspective. And now let's put this aside a little bit, just to show you the user manual. I'm trying to regulate the light here. So it is a very simple user interface. You have the warnings, what the package includes, how to install the clips, and the keychain part installation. Again, the user interface, as I've explained a little bit before. And then the charging, we haven't talked about this because I was not with the information present in my mind. Type C, 1.5 hours. I haven't tested it yet, making a fully charged from these levels, almost 0 here, up to 100%. But I believe by experience of other lights that it will probably take this time. 1 hour, 1.5, eventually a little bit more or less, because it never goes back to 0 or to 100% eventually. But it takes almost this time. Concerning the battery capacity, it will always show on this small LED here, as I've shown before, and it will be constant blue when it's above 90, blinking blue between 90% and 40% of battery, constant red when it's from 15% up to 40, and then below 15% it will be blinking red. So it's a common thing in these Wuben flashlights, the battery indication. And about the lumens and all that stuff, let's try to focus it here a little bit. So about the range of illumination, well, I can tell it's more or less this. I experienced the flashlight outdoor, and because it has a wide beam, it doesn't reach much further than that. 40 meters, 46, it's probably a good indication of what it can do, but it's good in a close perspective. And impact resistance 1.5 meters. I haven't tested it yet. And well, these are the measurements. If you want, I can put it on a scale and also with a caliper, but it's a very small flashlight. And I would like to compare it with other keychain flashlights that I have around here. So this is the Trustfire Mini X that I've reviewed before. This is my Nightcore tip 2017. It also has the pocket clip on the back, so you can see they are slightly different. Well, the flashlights are also different in their functions. So this is a front light, this is a side light. That's like this. One you will have to illuminate on this way, and the other one you will have to put it like this on the horizontal and on the vertical. And also comparing the size with other keychain flashlights. This is the Wuben Aurora A8, and this is the Lumentop Frog. Well, it's a bit longer, of course, but it's a different flashlight. It's a round flashlight, a tube flashlight, so it's a bit different. I've compared all of them, and of course this is floodier. This is well, the range is not as good as eventually on this one, but because it has more lumens, it reaches further than the Nightcore and also than the Trustfire. The only one that it cannot beat in terms of range, it's probably the Wuben Aurora when it's fully charged, because well, it goes beyond 50-60 meters eventually. Also, the Lumentop Frog, it can reach a little bit further because it has a more focused TIR lens, TIR lens, and also because the LED, it's an SST20, it's a little bit narrower, so it will reach a little bit further than this. But well, this is the small comparison with small keychain flashlights. I could bring others. Right now, while I'm speaking to you about the decrease, when I tried the Wuben G2, 1 minute, no, sorry, to see how it decreases the level of the output, and during 5 minutes it decreased like this, like a peak down in the first 55-56 seconds, and then from then on it got more stable. Throughout the remaining 4 minutes it was completely flat. It's like this, drop and then flat, and there was minimal variation during this time about the output. Wuben normally does very well regulated flashlights, so I trust that this one is also one of those, and you can rely on it for the time that you will need to illuminate something. Of course, this is a small package. It's a built-in battery with 280 milliamps, so it's not much, but it will light a little. It will handle a little bit. And right now, this is the Wuben family. Some of them are still missing here. This is the collection, let's call it that way, of Wuben flashlights. But this is the most recent one. It is different. It's a very nice keychain flashlight, I can say, or a pocket flashlight if you don't want to use one of the bigger ones. It will have some limitations, of course, concerning the runtime. During those 5 minutes of test, I touched it on the end, and it was not hot. It was slightly warm, of course, because this here it's metal, this here is plastic, and this part here is rubber. But I believe that Wuben, knowing Wuben characteristics, I believe that they have made a good heat sink here, because the flashlight was warm but not completely hot. As it decreased, the output decreased, so it did how can I say, dissipate the heat well enough for to keep the components safe. But well, knowing those limitations, you can also know that this is probably a reliable flashlight. Given the pocket clip, you can use it for different things, and given the magnet, which is also very strong, as you've seen before, it will handle a lot of well, of use. One thing that I will want to show you just before the end is that while charging, you can still use the flashlight. So it's charging, it's red, and you can use it not in all modes, but at least 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. At least in 3 modes you can use the flashlights. So in case you need to charge it and still have to use it, you have that possibility, which is good, because sometimes you are stranded in nowhere and you need to well, you need the flashlight, so you can charge it and you can use it at the same time. And I guess this is it. I'm not sure if there are more things to say concerning this little light. I guess it's a good bet. I will test it more during the next weeks, and if I have something more to add, I will be doing the written review on BudgetLightForum. The description will be below. The link, sorry. It will be below, and you can also consult it. And as you normally see, I don't have flashlights, videos with beam shots from the flashlights because my cell phone is not the best. And but on the written reviews, you can see some photos to compare the range that the flashlights illuminates, and also the pattern, also the tint, because this is a cool white and this is a warm white that I modded it with a different LED. So you can see different types of LEDs and how it compares with it. And I guess that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for watching. I will leave here the recommendation for you to check the Flashlight brand website and check what they have to offer. They have a very nice collection too, and I want to thank Simon for sending it to me. And well, props to Wuben for sending to the markets another good flashlight. And keep innovating, because that's what the flashlight world needs. As for you, viewers, see you in the next time, and have a nice day, whenever it is.